Welcome to the Association for Manufacturing Excellence Cincinnati Conference Preview. I'm Tim Piotrowski, Marketing and Media Manager at AME. In order to help you better navigate and get the most out of the largest lean conference in the world in Cincinnati, we want to take you through a quick preview of our conference. Joining me today is Cincinnati Conference Chairman Pat Lukansky and Program Chair Bob Burke. Both Pat and Bob will share their insights on the conference. So, without further delay, I'd like to introduce our conference chairman, Pat Lukansky. Take it away, Pat.
Thanks, Tim, and thanks to all of you for joining us in this webinar to discuss the 2015 AME conference. Our conference this year is in Cincinnati. It's October 19th to the 23rd, and our theme is Success Begins With You. And it's really all about focusing on the individual. So we're going to do our best to navigate through the conference here so that you can see how best to improve the things that you're working on. So our agenda for today is we're going to cover first why attend an AME conference. We'll go through an overview of the conference schedule. We'll review the conference website. We'll look at the networking and apps and the assistance and companions program. And then we'll wrap it up with some questions and answers. If for some reason we don't get to cover something that you're interested in, we have the Q&A session at the back end of the presentation, and you can ask the questions at that time. Or you can get a hold of me directly, and my number is 847-910-0830, and you'll see it at the back end of the presentation as well. So why attend an AME conference? Well, quite frankly, it's the largest lean conference in the world. It's the largest gathering of practitioner-to-practitioner learning that you can find. It's also the most concentrated content on lean and process and operational improvement on the continent today. So this is really the place if you want to learn about lean or you want to improve your lean skills. This is the place to be. We have lean tours, which actually go to the Gemba, which means go to the source and see it happening. We have keynotes, and you're going to hear from some really inspirational speakers as well as those who are thought leaders in the area of operational and continuous improvement. There's going to be well over 2,000 attendees, and it's a tremendous networking opportunity to interact with fellow practitioners, to meet those who are either early in their journey, mid in their journey, or well advanced, whichever meets your needs. We also have exhibitors, and those exhibitors are there to help us with our learning of lean, so we encourage you to visit their booths. And then on Monday and Friday, we have optional workshops that are generally educational events that allow you to improve your lean knowledge. The conference schedule, and this is just a snapshot, and I'm going to go over to our actual conference website and show you the schedule on the website, so I'll navigate over there to there right now. And this is our Sunday schedule, and you'll note that these at-a-glance schedules have all the information that you'll need for the day. So Sunday, we have registration opening between 3 and 7 p.m. We also have registration for some of our workshops happening, and we also have newbie night happening Sunday night from 5 to 5:45 for all those who are new to the conference and want to learn a little bit more about the conference and how to best get the most out of their conference. Then you'll see the schedule for Monday. Monday is primarily workshops with some tours. Tuesday, we start into our value stream presentation. As you can see here, there's 6 different value stream presentation themes, and our program chair, Bob Burke, will take you through that shortly. And you'll notice that in the morning we start with breakfast, and this will be the same thing for all the days. We'll have an opening and a keynote speaker in the morning. We'll break to go into our sessions. There'll be a break around 10:30 for networking and refreshments. Then we'll come back into the session. We'll go into the second groups of presentations. And then we'll break again around 11:45 to 1:15 for lunch and another keynote speaker. And then some open time to go look at the exhibits and meet with the Learning Resource Center and network. And then we come back into our third session of the afternoon, and then we break to go back into the exhibits and the Learning Resource Center. Then we come back for our wrap-up keynote speaker And then again, there's some open time for the Learning Resource Center. And then after that, there might be some meetings and or special events scheduled through Tuesday through Thursday. So you'll notice that each day has the same tours are also running on Tuesday, as well as special interest sessions. On Wednesday, you'll see the same type of schedule as well as on Thursday. One thing to note is our Friday schedule here. You'll notice that there's only workshops. On Friday, we only have half-day workshops, so we want to make sure you understand that, and that if you're looking to attend a half-day workshop on Friday, please do so. But also note that the conference officially ends on Thursday, and Friday workshops wrap up at noon. So with that, what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn it over to Bob Burke to talk a little bit about our program for the 2015 conference. Bob?
Thank you, Pat. This year we have many excellent presenters from a wide variety of industries, including medical device, food, healthcare, railroads, textile, law enforcement, shipbuilding, and a dairy farm. A couple of presenters, and I should mention excellent award winners, ADEC and SureSeal, are returning this year to share their continuing journey, not only how they were able to keep the gains, but how they kept it going. Learn how Old Acres Dairy Farm, how they've taken lean tools in addressing the process of milking the cows and while improving the overall health care of milk being processed and reducing costs. Southwick Industries, the maker of Brooks Brothers suits, is bringing their manufacturing operations back to the U.S. Learn how they transition from an apparel organization producing long single demand items into a mass customization facility with plans to produce custom apparel for direct to the consumer by creating a lean and highly flexible workforce. This year's value streams are structured around 1, engaged people. This requires effective leadership, coaching, and communication techniques. Systematic daily improvement. Gain the involvement of every team member through systematic daily improvements, ensuring that your desired future state becomes a reality. Innovation. See firsthand how leading innovative organizations create new paths towards crafting unique customer value. Extended enterprise. Hear how successful organizations apply lean thinking tools throughout the entire extended value stream, including supply chain, internal business support teams, logistics, sales, and customer service. Sustainability. Learn from organizations that employ sustainable thinking as they apply lean to the processes and improvement initiatives daily. Achieving business results. Provide your associates with practical ideas and processes, enabling them to focus on the right things to get great results and ensure long-term successes. Pat, back to you.
Thanks, Bob, for that recap on the value stream. Before we move on, I just would like to go back and kind of recap our conference schedule here, and just so we have a good understanding. Sunday is really about registrations from 3 to 7. You don't have to come in on Sunday. You can certainly come in on Monday morning or any other morning to register. But Sunday is our general registration from 3 to 7. We have our Club Newbie Night, which is 5 to 5:45 p.m. Monday is traditionally our pre-conference workshops and some tours. We also have a second Club Newbie evening for those who come in on Monday from 5 to 5:45, and then a open dine around from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, as I mentioned, you'll see that same theme of a keynote, the value stream presentations, special interest sessions, tours, and exhibits. However, Tuesday evening, we have our Cincinnati Downtown Treasure Hunt from 5:30 to 7:30. And then on Wednesday, we have our AME Dallas night reception from 6:30 to 9 p.m., which is our night to welcome Dallas into the fold of being the next conference city for 2016. It's a great way to have some fun as well. You don't have to worry about dinner as enough food is served so that you can take care of all your dining needs on Wednesday night internally. And then Friday is our post-conference workshops, as I mentioned before. And those are just a half-day workshop. So I just wanted to make sure that we've got a couple other things covered here, and that is our value stream presentation and special interest sessions are included with your registration, so you don't need to register for either one of those. For tours, they're included with your conference pass, but you must register. Everybody can register register for a single tour. We open up multiple tour registrations on Tuesday, at which time you can add a second or third tour if they're open, or you go on the waiting list and see if you can get in that way. And then lastly, our workshops. There's an additional charge for a workshop, $300 for a full day and $200 for the half day, and you must register for those in advance. And the tour and workshop registration actually opens Tuesday, September 8th. So that should give you plenty of time to get registered in advance for those tours and workshops that are going to go fast. And a lot of them do. They fill up quickly. So just keep that in mind as we move forward into the conference. So let's go to the website and let's go through the navigation, because I think it's important to kind of see how we set up the website so you have a better understanding of where things are and you can find the content that you're looking for. So this is our AME 2015 conference website, and you'll notice that at the top here we've got a number of buttons: home, keynotes, presentations, and so on, all the way down to sponsors. There's also a section here that says fees and schedules. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. You've got an area to register, so if you haven't registered yet, you can certainly go there. If you're already registered and you want to find out a little bit more information, you can go to this button here. You need to set up your hotel and travel, we have it here. And if you want to submit a presentation for consideration, you would have clicked here early on. At this time, those presentations are closed. But for AME 2016's conference in Dallas, this is where you go to submit a presentation at this time. So if we take a look at the rest of our homepage here, you'll note that we've got some other information regarding the registration. And there's also a little video here from Shawcor. And the reason we put this up here is that Shawcor typically sends anywhere from 70 to 100 people every year to the conference. And Shawcor's president here takes you through the why of why they send so many people every year and the value that they get out of the conference. So you might want to take a short jog through that video. It's very impressive what Shawcor has done with their business, and you'll certainly learn some more from the CEO of Shawcor there. So let's go back up to the top here, and we'll move over to the keynotes. If you click on the keynote section here, you'll note that all the keynote speakers that we'll have will come up, and if you go over to the conference schedule, you'll see what days they speak. You know, what you're going to find is that if you're out on a tour, you may miss a keynote speech. It does happen. So if you're truly looking to see one of our keynotes, you may want to make sure that you plan that into your schedule. And we can help you do that with the app, and we'll show you that in a little bit. But each one of our keynote speakers are here, as well as if you click on them, you'll get an informational bit about who they are and what they're going to be presenting on. Okay? So that gives you a good understanding of keynotes. If we move over to presentations, Bob took you through the value stream presentations, but you can go to each one of the value streams here, and you can click on a value stream. You can understand what it's about, as well as who's speaking in the value stream. Remember, these are practitioner-to-practitioner presentations, which means there's no selling, and they're not consultants or educators speaking. These are actual people doing the actual work. You also note that there's these little thumbs here by each of the presentations, and they tell you whether the session is either an intermediate, advanced, or beginner session. And you'll see that. Green is beginner, orange is intermediate, and red is advanced. And that just helps you understand if you're early in your journey, you're going to probably want to spend more time on the green presentation, excuse me, as opposed to those that are red. Okay? Let's move over to special interest sessions. When we click on that, we'll see that we have many different special interest sessions, from the Idea Exchange Cafe, where you can come in, sit down, and whoever shows up, you sit and talk just about whatever is important to you on the topic of lean or continuous improvement. There's one on coaching. There's another one on performance. And we've got leadership and so on. So these are also sessions. Now, these are deeper dives. These are areas that people have asked us to go deeper into, yet we can't put them into a value stream presentation, but they're going to have links to some of the value stream presentations. And you may actually see some of the value stream presenters and or keynotes in these sessions. We click on tours, the next button, you'll see that we have a list of our tours. And again, you'll see that they're rated from beginner to intermediate to advanced. to help you better select the ones that you need to go see. But you'll note that every one of our tours is located here. There's a little informational packet on them. If you click on the link here, you'll see that you can understand about the company, what you're going to see, where it's located, and so on and so forth, and any requirements such as hearing protection or closed-toed shoes, and any restrictions such as no cell phones or recording devices. This is a great place to go learn more about the tours and understand what you're going to see on that particular tour. The next button is the workshops. And just like the tours and the value stream presentations, you'll note that each of the workshops are located here, along with a rating as to whether or not they're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And again, you can click on any one of these, and you can see what that presentation is about. You can understand whether it's something that you want to go see or learn from, and you can certainly get that into your schedule. The next button here is exhibitors. Now, exhibitors are our group who bring in all the educational materials that we all use. It also is areas that you can find assisted, from software to consultants. So again, you can click on any of these. You can learn more about their company and what they're going to be offering. And we have quite a vast array of exhibitors this year. And then lastly are the companion programs. And this is if you're going to bring a significant other, your wife, your husband, a partner. Here you can have them register. They can also get a schedule. And that schedule will show you each day what is on the docket, so you can see what happens on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and many different types of things that are being offered for the companions this year. It's called the Tri-State Companion Program. You'll be going through 3 different states: Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. So there's a lot to see there for those who have their spouses and or significant others attend. And then we have our frequently asked questions section. So like any other organization, we've been asked many different questions and many different times over the years. So we've tried to group them by just general questions, value stream, special interest sessions, and so on. So it should help you find some quick answers to questions that you might have, like how do I sign up for a workshop, or who exhibits in a learning resource center, and so on. So hopefully that should answer some of your questions. If not, there's a set of contact information at the end of the presentation today to either get a hold of myself or Bob or the AME office to answer your questions if they're not here in the FAQ section. And then lastly, our sponsors. And by no means are they last, but these are folks who have graciously donated time, money, and equipment to our organization for the 2015 conference to help us achieve our goals and continue to deliver the best conference that we can in the areas of continuous improvement. And we certainly thank them for their time and effort and appreciate everything that they do for us. You'll probably see them in the exhibit area as well as with informational booths throughout the conference for being sponsors. So that's our website, and this should help you navigate through. And if there's any questions, certainly get back to us, and we'll help you any way we can. So getting back to our presentation then, as I mentioned with our exhibitors, it's a learning resource center. They run from Tuesday through Thursday, beginning at noon each day. It's a way to engage in discussions with them, to learn some new things. There's always groups selling books and 5S supplies, and there's universities there offering courses in Lean and degrees. There's also consultants there who are offering their services, as well as there are companies who are providing software solutions for tracking Lean events and tracking different types of metrics and so on and so forth. So you'll see things like the AME programs. So there'll be an AME booth. There'll be Visual Workplace, MCA Connect, Systems to Win, TW Institute, and many others. And again, you can certainly go visit that on the website to see all the different exhibitors. Networking. Club Newbie. As I mentioned, on Sunday and Monday we have our Club Newbie event. We started this a couple of years ago, and it's a great success and help for those who are new to the conference. whether we have just people who are new to lean or those who are in the rotation at their company and they're new to the conference. Their company's not new, but they are. It's a great way for those who are new to the AME scene and to the conference itself to feel more comfortable, because I can tell you from past experiences, there's such a wealth of information, you can certainly be overwhelmed by it. And the best thing you can do is to really plan out your days and ensure that you get the maximum value without being overwhelmed. We have Dine Around on Mondays and Tuesday nights, great way to network. Cincinnati Downtown Treasure Hunt. We have a networking lounge. You can recharge your phone or your tablet or your PC, and you can meet up all week long, and you can check out the selfie wall that people are posting on. And then we also have Wednesday night, the Dallas 2015 kickoff party. Certainly a fun event each year that we have the next city kickoff event, and we certainly would invite you to come to that as well. We also have social media. Social media is kind of new for AME, and we've been doing a lot of work on that, and you can definitely see the progress in it. We have a Twitter account. We've got hashtag AME Cincy, hashtag Club Newbie. We've got a LinkedIn group. We've got Facebook accounts. We've got Instagram, AME Connect, using the hashtag AME Cincy and AME Club Newbie as well. So lots of ways to connect and stay in touch and put the message out to the community about the continuous improvement events that are going on. As I mentioned before, you can certainly add to your experience by downloading the AME app from either the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. And this is a great way for you to get everything that we're going through today, the conference schedule, the information on all the different presentations and so on and so forth, as well as to set up your personal schedule so that you get the maximum value out of the conference that you can get. By going in and setting up what you're going to do each day at each hour, you can select those types of presentations you want to go see. You know, one of the things, especially for those companies that bring many people to the conference, for example, those who bring 5 to 100, is to ensure that you spread the wealth. In other words, make sure that not all you are going to the same presentation. And that's why the conference app is so great, is that you can make sure that everybody's doing something different so that you get the maximum value for your organization as well as yourself. If you're looking for assistance at the conference, we have it. We've been using green vests for probably the better part of 10 years. You'll note that people are walking around. You see the gentleman here with the green vest on that says Ask Me. So you'll find them all throughout the conference every day. You can also go to the registration desk, either registrations or tours or workshops for assistance. And you can also look for anybody wearing an orange conference shirt. That's our Cincinnati conference team, and they can certainly help you. And if they don't have the answer, they'll certainly direct you to the right location. The companion program. As I mentioned before, it's a great way to bring a partner, a spouse, a friend to the conference. If they're not into continuous improvement, that's okay. We have a wealth of fun things scheduled for them to do Monday through Thursday. As I mentioned, Mondays is typically shopping, and for us it'll be shopping at the Newport on the levee, and that's free to attend. Tuesday there's an Indiana tour of the Village of Spires, lunch and wine tasting at a chateau. On Wednesday there's the Ohio Taste of the World tour at the Findlay Market and tour at a scavenger hunt at Jungle Jim's International Market. And then on Thursday, it's off to Kentucky. A day at the Kennelin for tour, lunch and races. Tuesday through Thursday is $75 per day or $200 for all 3 days. And it's a great way to go see the sites of 3 states that are nearby, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. Just a side note on registrations. Registrations for an individual is $23.99 for a member, and for a non-member it's $25.49. We will be offering day passes this year for those especially who are local and or don't have the time to spend at the conference the entire week and just want to come for a day, we certainly will provide an opportunity for that. And then the cost for the workshop, both full day and half day, with and without registrations. As you can see there, the numbers are listed. But just as a note, if you're already registered, you can sign up for others. You can sign up others from your company, and they can get the same discount that you receive for registration. So, please spread the word, and if you can bring more attendees, all the better. You can reduce your cost to attend. As I mentioned, we have a FAQ section, but if you still can't find the answer, feel free to email me or call me directly. My email address is up on the screen here. This presentation will be up on the AME website as well. My phone number is there. That's my cell. Feel free to call me directly. And if you can't get either of those two to work, feel free to call the AME office. The numbers are all on the website. So to recap, why should you attend? Well, quite frankly, this is the highlight of the year for lean and continuous improvement. This is the place to be if you want to learn about process improvement, operational excellence. The keynote speakers are superb. We've got over 50 fantastic value stream presentations. We've got 17 special interest sessions that are sure to interest you, 36 tours, 40 workshops. Many of those workshops are new this year, so they should provide some tremendous learning experiences, and over 60 exhibitors with all kinds of things to help you on your lean journey. You're going to run across over 2,000 different practitioners, which is great to learn from as well as to network. And then we also included some feedback here from some of our past attendees, and I won't read through them all, but the thing that people are really the most amazed at is the amount of content that we can pack into 1 week. It's just tremendous. You may see a presenter, if you've been to one of our conferences, you could see a presenter from year to year because there's such and such demand. But you're also going to see some presenters that are new each year, and they're going to be presenting new and different ways of attacking the continuous improvement journey. And if there's one piece of advice that I would personally give you is go to as many things as you can with an open mind to learn something about how that particular company or that particular person was able to execute whatever the tool or the concept that they're working with. It may not directly apply to your organization, but it's the how of what they did that might give you some insight. So at this point, we will open it up to Q&A, and I'll turn it over to Tim.
Thanks, Pat. And we have a few questions here. First one, am I able to go on more than one tour during the conference? Pat, you have that answer?
Sure. Good. It's a good question because this is something that a lot of people ask. Yes, you get at least one with your registration, but you're certainly able to go on multiple tours. The key is that on Tuesday that registration will open up, and you can, if the tour is full, you'll put your name on the waiting list. If it isn't, you can certainly put your name on for a second and third tour, providing there is space available.
Okay. Under presentations on the website, I saw the intermediate and advanced classification. What do those terms mean? Bob, do you have the answer to that one?
Yeah, I think I do. Tim, that's a good question because oftentimes people go there and they go into a workshop or a presentation and they're so new into the process they can't grasp all the methods coming at them. Intermediate is for those who are probably most well on their second year of the journey and looking to sustain the gains, and what are the next steps. The advanced is more applicable for those probably well into their third or fourth year and have begun integrating across all areas and looking at new ways to engage and expand across the entire enterprise.
Okay, great. Next question. What if I have more questions that are on the frequently asked questions page that you mentioned on the website? Pat, do you have the answer?
Sure. As I mentioned, you can certainly contact anybody at the AME office or you can contact Bob and myself, and at the end of this presentation, our information will be posted again so you can see how to get a hold of us. But please feel free to contact either us or the AME office.
Okay, great. One more. I'd really like to attend the conference but only have one day available to go and can't see buying a whole conference pass. What are my options? Pat?
Sure. We do have day passes available, and this is a great way for you to get the, if there's one particular presentation or a keynote or a tour, it's a great way for you to get to go to that particular day and not have to spend the entire week. We understand that it is a huge commitment, and companies are making large commitments. Those who are sending 20 and 50 and 100 people, you can think of the amount of money that they spend. So we understand that the commitment is difficult. So yes, there are day passes available, and you can use them on any day and attend any of the workshops or tours or value stream presentations, special interest sessions, exhibits, anything that is open on that day.
Okay, great. Well, I think that's all the time we have for questions. Thank you, Pat and Bob, for your very insightful presentations. For Pat, Bob, and I, we thank you for your time and look forward to seeing you in Cincinnati from October 19th through the 23rd. Register today online at ame.org.